Let's see. Start sending you. Okay. Well, it's a black screen over at YouTube. That's pretty good. Okay, now. Okay, let's see if I now start the Twitch stream as well. Let's see, let's see. And then it ended. Or is it? No, 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 okay. Let's see. Is it still offline on Twitch? Why do I always struggle to go live on things? Okay, is it live now? Is it working or is it not working? I hope it's working.
On YouTube it's working.
Okay. How is the Twitch? Oh, the Twitch is not really that important, but I don't seem to see anything on Twitch. I got okay. It says live. Okay, okay. Well, I'm just gonna assume then that it is working and everything is well and good and stuff. Oh, you gotta go. See ya, Misu. Okay. Another time, not another time. Okay. Now, okay. Then I can close. Well, I could keep this one open actually, but
By the way, what game are you making?
oh, I will
right
show you.
now?
I will show you.
Okay.
Just need to put all the chats in the right spot so I can read them easily when needed. Because, okay. Yep, okay. Okay, so everything is alright. I will go here just to see the. Oh, wow, gained another sub already. Okay, so I can see this. Okay, now. Let's open up Unity Hub. So basically, what I'm trying to make is a game like this where food grows, fall towards you, and you eat it, and you grow and become big, and then there's enemies and stuff. I will show in a bit.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Chungustraction, it's called. 5 seconds delay. It's not that bad. You know, yesterday it was 12 seconds delay, so I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I guess if you are in the voice chat on Discord, you can directly just watch that and have a better live session. I don't know if it's weird or not, but yeah, you will not see my beautiful face, you know, in that case. I don't know how to do this, but I have both options for Peppol. Can you do a drag? You can do a drag select. Pretty damn cool. So I will put these ones over here. These ones over here. And basically this is what I got so far. So you can move and then you attract food to you and you grow when you eat food. Oh. And it has still some collisions stuff and things, but you know, it's okay. Let's make this platform a bit larger. Okay, so the next thing is to create a enemy. And yeah, that will be fun. I think I will just take another capsule.
It must be refreshing to do something not an assembly where you can like actually do stuff easily.
Yeah. Oh, what? Rename. By the way, if you speak, I hope it's okay by you, but if you speak now, you will also be like in the live stream. Oh, it's control.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay. Okay, so this will be enemy. If it's not obvious, that's an enemy. And if you play it, it shouldn't do anything. It should just stand there. I think I should be larger than it. Oh no, I'm not larger. Not yet. Oh yeah, it doesn't have any... Okay, cool. So an enemy also need a rigid body. Where'd he go? There it is. Whoa. That was not what I meant to do. I wanted to knock it over. Maybe I should fix it that I don't get any knockback from eating food, but you know, it's not. Yeah, take that. What a great enemy. Okay. I wonder why it don't grow. Do I actually start off from 0? Let's see. Let's see. Why can I not see all of the scripts at the same time? Yeah, okay, I start off from 0. That's why I don't grow from eating. Okay. And that's okay. Then we will have the enemy. And let's see. How do you... Now I need to figure out how to make a... Is there actually like behavior tree in Unity? That's crazy if there is. Unity, well, I guess it's 6 behavior 3. Unity behavior 1.0. Easy way to add a Unity behavior. And I need to watch a video actually about it. Unity behavior is a visual tool for authoring behavior used to control non-player characters, NPCs, objects. Use Unity behavior to control the interaction of multiple characters or orchestrate cinematic scenes, time, or contextual events. Okay. There's a behavior graph, and there's a behavior node. Okay, so it's probably similar to how... And I mean, the color scheme is similar to how Unity does.
Creating AI for Unity games was always a bit problematic.
Let's see.
Since you either had to use a paid asset or
I'm
we can
streaming me watching videos. How about that?
Reaction live stream.
Yeah, it's a reaction live stream.
and I want to give it some behaviors. It already has a navmesh agent and the animator component, and what we need to do is select add component and search for behavior agent component. Next, in the project tab, right click, select component and search for behavior agent
because probably need a nav mesh
component.
But, yeah.
Next, in the project tab, right click, select create menu, and from it select the behavior and behavior graph, and let's call it enemy behavior graph. Just select your NPC and drag the graph to the behavior agent and double click on it to open a graph window. On the left, you should have a blackboard where you can add a variable. So for example, a list of game objects. I'm going to call it patrol points. In the graph area in the middle, you can press spacebar to create patrol node. And if you select the inspector, you will be able to read more about this node. So it moves the game object. If it has a navmesh agent, it is using that. If not, it is using the transform component of the game object. We can also define some parameters of it. So for example, speed, I'm going to set it to 1, and the animator speed parameter, I'm going to set it to just speed. We have some variables, agent and waypoints. We can assign self, so this game object as the agent. We can also just drag from the blackboard the patrol points to the node itself, so to the waypoints to add it. Lastly, we can decrease the inspector, and we have this on start node, which has repeat on. Then we can connect it to our new node by just dragging this arrow and connecting those two. In the hierarchy of our NPC in the inspector, we can see that it has those parameters that we have added to the blackboard. Now the self is just the game object. Patrol points we need to add manually in this version of the behavior package. I have already prepared 4 patrol points, so I will just drag them to the list. And in my animator, I have the speed component, which directs the blend tree between idle and walk animation. Just press play, and you should see your enemy patrolling between those 4 points. In the graph, you can click this debug button and select your character to debug how your enemy behavior graph is behaving, although it might be more useful when debugging a more complex graph. To create a more complex setup where the enemy can actually detect the player, you can create a custom detector. In my case, I'm just using physics to the overlap circle all raycast, and inside the graph, you can add to the blackboard and other type. I'm going to just search for the detector, and I have this detector controller. I'm going to call this target detector. Now, in the node space, you just right click, select create new, and select action, and we need to give it a name like you would give a name to a new script. I'm going to call this check detector, and the category is action. Select next, and here we're going to describe what we want to do. I'm going to type check if target detector has a target. And now below you should have a list of words, and you can convert them to parameters. I want the detector, the target detector to be of type other. I'm going to type detector, and here is my script, the detector controllers. And I'm going to just select create, and in the graph we should have this new check if target detector has a target node, but also a new script should be created automatically for you by Unity, which allows us to define a new action. Now we have a couple of options. We can define our logic in on start or on update. Now we can return status running, we have also success, and we have also failure. At the top you should see a public variable, blackboard variable detectors controller, and that target detector, which is what we have defined in our node. I'm going to use the onStart method, and I'm going to just return target detector.value, and I'm going to check for .current. And the current target is just a variable from my script, and I'm going to just check if this is null. And instead of creating an if statement, I'm going to just use ternary operator question mark. I'm going to return status dot failure if this is null, we haven't detected anything, colon, and if this is not null, I'm going to just return status dot success. And this means that we have a target and the graph can proceed. And this is important because I can connect my onStart to the check if target detector, dragging the target detector from the legboard to my node. But if I now want to perform another action, so move NPC to the detector target, I can assign myself to the NPC and target detector as the detector, and I can connect those two nodes, creating a sequence, which just means that a sequence will proceed with the next child if the previous child has returned success. If a child returns failure, the sequence is aborted. This just means that our check if target detector has a target returns false, so it doesn't move to the next node. Now this repeat is on, so it is repeating this check. If I close into the towards the enemy will be following me because we have the second child of our graph returning true, and now enemy is following my player. And if you want to create a behavior-like type of AI, you can use those explicit run in parallel sequence and try and order flow nodes, so those violet ones. Here is an example where I have created patrol, chase, and attack branches of my behavior tree. On the other hand, if you prefer a finite state machine implementation where you have this patrol, chase, and attack explicit states defined, you can add to your blackboard a new enumeration, create new, and you can give it a name, so AI states. And you can add member, so idle, add a member, chase, add patrol.
Okay, so there's actually a lot you can do with this thing. Damn. Okay. Okay. Well, we do probably most likely the same thing that we have done for the other ones. That we have this, and actually also that one, because yeah. Then we need a nav. Is it nav mesh agent? Yeah. And then was it I don't remember how this works, but was it just like create a volume for navigation, or how did it work? Let's see. Unity nav, not nav mesh. Oh yeah. I got to read 600 pages in 5 days, but instead I'm watching your stream and it's already late night. Am I? Yes, you're cooked. You should be reading your 600 pages, bro. I guess I could also put on some music. I don't know if you guys like it, but I think you guys, at least last time I streamed, people like to have some music on when, and I only have my old trusty context sensitive. But I will put that on. I'm not real. I don't know. I don't really listen to music that much, but I guess it's more entertaining for anyone who watches the video to hear some music while I'm thinking. So yeah, I will go with that. Baked Navish. Navish, the class performs spatial queries such as pathfinding and walkable. This class also lets you set pathfinding cost for specific area types and tweak the global behavior of pathfinding and avoidance. Okay. Spatial queries, you must first bake the nav mesh to your scene. Create a nav mesh. More information on how to set up a nav mesh. Perfect. Select scene. You need to create a nav mesh to define the area of scene in the character navigation. To create a nav mesh, do the following. Select the scene geometry where you want to add the nav mesh. In the inspector window, add component, select navigator nav mesh surface. What? Select scene geometry. What is even that? Or is it this one? So, oh wait, because I just want the plane to be the navigate. Oh, okay. I thought it was a volume, but oh, okay. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm starting to see it. Hello. Okay. The nav mesh surface comments specify the necessary settings for details on available settings. Refer to nav mesh first. Agent type. What is this? The default, yeah, walkable, sure. Generate links, render meshes, and well, I guess I can just bake it, right? Boom. Was that it? Oh shit! It breaks this thing. Yeah, it's okay for testing purposes. Assign nav mesh surface to an empty game object and click bake. Nav mesh surface will automatically detect floors. Yes, it did. The nav mesh generator displayed this in the scene as blue overlay on the underlying scene in geometry whenever the navigation window is open and visible. Okay, you can bake nav mesh again to update it. Each time you make changes to either scene geometry, the nav mesh modify the property of the nav mesh surface component or settings. Okay. Okay, but I don't need to. Also, you need to deactivate game object if you want the ground under the. Deactivate? Do you mean like? What do you mean deactivate? Do you mean just going here and be like lol? Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to ping. Now I'm going to ping. Thank you. Okay. What does the red? I don't know. But it's okay. It's okay. Whoa! Why did that happen? Okay, so now we got that. Area and cost to learn more. I don't need that actually. Nav mesh agent. How to control and move. Well, I guess I could look into that real quick. Did I even open it? Okay, let's see here. Nav mesh. Attach this component to the mobile character in the game to allow the character to use nav mesh to navigate the scene. For more details, refer to AI navigation. The maximum acceleration of an agent as the follow path given units. Okay, that's interesting because then I have to match. Well, I guess I could just have a stats object and I could put it both on player and the enemy, and I will then use those. Stats object, what did I say? Stats script, I don't know really what the unit uses, but something like that along those lines, and I could just then use that for both the player and the enemy and just know that that's the setup and how it will work. Okay, but these are just basic. Property to get and set the current path, okay. Okay, well there seems to be a lot of stuff here. Let's see, what is this? This system allows you to create characters that can intelligently move around the game, where these characters use navigation meshes that are created automatically from your scene geometry. Yes, dynamic after navigation of the characters at runtime. Okay. Okay. Learn how to create an AI pathfinder using nav mesh component. Okay. Well, don't know if I really need. Oh, so this is just you just put the point. Ah, then you have. Do you have access to the? Okay. Wait, you have access. You have a player controller that has access to a. What the? Ah, if hit. Oh, so then you get that. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. You can update the nav mesh video was. Ah. Okay. So obstacle animation. What the hell? Okay, so this just puts it at a random position. Yeah, okay. Based on time. Okay, and then you have a level generator, which there you have this thing. And you have object, wall and player. Oh, that's true. Okay. And then, okay, generate level, surface build, nav measure, which is this thing. Okay. Oh, you can do that within this. Oh, okay. Okay. Spawn the player. Okay. Back player controller and okay. Interesting. And then you can set destination hit point. Okay, interesting, really interesting. Okay. Should I try first the thing where you said that I deactivate? Okay, let's see. Include layers, everything, nothing. Collect. What happens if I do this? Okay. What happens if I do that? Man, I mean that's pretty much all I wanted, to be honest. So let's roll with that. Okay. Should I? Let's see. Let's select the enemy here. Maybe I should rename this one to be actually called Player because this is funny. So now that one is called Player. And then the enemy will have, so it has this thing, I don't know really about that, but then what was it? It was behavior. What was it called? I don't even remember. Good day. How are we doing? Yeah, behavior agent. Am I not spelling behavior correctly? How do you spell behavior? Do I need to enable some settings?
Your package. We can define a finite state map for our enemy NPC. All you need is a Unity 6 project, and in the package manager, look for behavior package.
Okay. So you need to enable some package. How did you get the packages?
Graph for our enemy NPC. All you need is a Unity 6 project,
Windows.
and in the package.
Okay. So Windows and what package manager? There it was. And wait, where do I explore? Ah, okay. Behavior. Well, do I actually need a behavior? If I think about it. Wait, how does this work?
Package manager, look for behavior.
Why can I not see behavior there? I'm thinking like, wait, there's LLM included in this. Damn. Well, I guess it would be cool to have a behavior, but it also would be kind of cool not to. Why not? Why not? Worst case scenario, I won't use it. Okay, well that's loading.
Behavior package. I already have a zombie NPC and I want to give it some behaviors. It already has a navmesh agent and the animator component, and what we need to do is select add component and search for behavior agent component. Next, in the project tab, right click, select create menu, and from it select the behavior and behavior graph, and let's call it enemy behavior graph.
Okay, interesting. Behavior graph. 15 out of 59, but we're still loading. Running and build program, okay. Damn. Okay, so now it's done, right? Never mind. Okay, I will get back to you in a bit then.
Just select your NPC and drag the graph to the behavior agent and double click on it to open a graph window. On the left, you should have a blackboard where you can add a variable. So, for example, a list of game objects. I'm going to call it patrol points.
Well, I don't want to watch the ad. I'm sponsoring this this now?
In the graph area in the middle, you can press spacebar to create patrol node. And if you select the inspector, you will be able to read more about this node. So it moves the game object if it has a nub agent. And if you select the inspector, you will be able, for example, a list of.
Okay. This is pretty cool. Okay. Wait, do I need to restart the thing or can I now directly go behavior agent? Perfect. And then I guess I could do. I like to do like this in Unreal, so I'll probably do the same thing here. How do I create a new folder there? I will call it AI. And then in here I will create behavior and what's behavior graph, enemy. Okay, so here's the cat cool thingy. Under self. Let's do also the. Ooh, could you just do transforms? Ah yeah, but I want to try out the control points thing as they did.
Game objects.
Really interesting, this thing. Enemy. Then I could just put this one in here. Bam.
I'm going to call it patrol points. In the graph area in the middle, you can press spacebar to create patrol node. And if you select the inspector, you will be able to read more.
Oh yeah.
About the graph area in the middle, you can press spacebar to create patrol node.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay, interesting. This is pretty cool.
And if you select the inspector, you will be able to read more about this node. So it moves the game object if it has a nub agent, it is using that. If not, it is using the transform component of the game object.
Wait, what? Moves the game object along. Well, I'm reading it from the video. Well, whatever, it's the same thing. Along waypoints transfer children of game objects using navigation agent. If navigation is not available on the agent or its children, move the agent using transform. Oh.
We can also define some parameters of it. So for example, speed, I'm going to set it to 1, and the animator speed parameter I'm going to set.
Oh, okay. So, okay, yeah.
Just speed. We have some variables, agent and waypoints. We can assign self, so this game object as the agent. We can also just drag from the blackboard the patrol points to the node itself, so to the waypoints to add it. Lastly, we can.
Ah. And then you could use like a. Wait, so you could use something different to move. Oh, so if you had a pet, for example, for this enemy, you could be moving that one instead. So you could have. Well, I'm.
Node and behavior and double click game objects. I'm going to call an a graph window. On the left, you should have a blackboard where you can add a variable. So, for example, a list of game objects.
A list of game objects. My bad. I'm just gonna call it points, and then you could be able. Yes. Okay. Cool.
I'm going to call it patrol of the speed. We have some variables, agent and waypoints. We can assign self, so this game object as the agent. We can also just drag from the blackboard the patrol points. As a nub agent, it is using that. If not, it is using the transform component of the game object. We can also define some parameters of it. So for example, speed, I'm going to set it to 1, and the animator speed parameter, I'm going to set it to just speed. We have some variables, agent and waypoints. We can assign self, so this game object as the agent. We can also just drag from the blackboard the patrol points to the node itself, so to the waypoints to add it. Lastly, we can decrease the inspector, and we have this on start node which has repeat on. Then we can connect it to our new node by just dragging this arrow and connecting those two. In the hierarchy of our NPC in the inspector, we can see that it has those parameters that we have added to the blackboard. Now the self is just the game object. Patrol points we need to add manually in this version of.
Okay, well then it shouldn't be like too complex, so you can have, I don't know what this is. Sort of latest point. Okay, so you can also, okay. Just gonna put one there, I don't know if it has to do anything. Okay. So then I can probably just close that thing, and here. Okay. Then we can just create some empty point. Just to see that we can get it working. Boom. Sure. Oh, yeah, I need to create them. Bam, bam. Point, point. Is this supposed to work just like out of the box? That sounds cursed. No way. It's
The
just
behavior
like
packet,
that.
I have already prepared 4 patrol points, so I will just drag them to the list. And in my animator, I have the speed component,
but I don't
which
have
directs
any
the blend between
animations,
idle and walk
so I
animation.
shouldn't-
Just press play and you should see your enemy.
It might be in the... It actually works just like that. Whoa, 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 whoa! But I forgot about the food. Gee. Let's move the food a bit further away. Okay. Is it moving? I don't think it. Oh, it is moving. What the heck? Just like that. Okay, that was way easier than I thought it would be. I was like, okay, so I probably still need to do some more initial setups or something like that. But no, it's there. What the hell? That's crazy. That's insane. It's kind of hard to see really if one is moving. Is there like a texture to put some grid on this thing? Because it's yeah. Oh, look, there's okay, never mind. I thought that was special, but there's just a bot in my Twitch Discord saying that I can get more viewers. What was I supposed to do? Mesh render here. Oh, for this one. Yeah. There has to be a way, like some material, right? Right? Plane here. Okay, yeah, no. Mesh render. Oh, materials. Is there like a material that has like grid? Please, I need some default grid. This is annoying to look at. There's no like. How about this? Oh no. There has to be some material. Well, okay, that was a bad idea. Okay, is there a way to get just the default grid material? Unity 6 template rod material. Right? Is no. Grid no. I want the grid material. How to get the basic grid texture? Yes. This is what I'm talking about. I hope. I see lots of top posts on the subreddit have a sort of simple tile texture. Yes, the one all those CG animation monster posts have this one. I guess something like that. As it's from Pro Builder and installable Unity package. Okay, I guess I'm not even gonna be using. What did I collapse it? Where did it go? Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm struggling to just use Reddit. Okay, well I guess we can go with that. So package manager here. Pro Builder there. Just installing this whole package just to get that one texture. I think it's probably just smart to go download the texture and import it into the project, but you know, maybe I will use Pro Builder, like it doesn't hurt. Like nobody's gonna die. I hope. Okay, let's see if I got the thing I was promised. So if I go now to material and I go here, I don't know what am I trying to find. What is the name of the thing anyways? Okay, I should probably just have downloaded that. Oh, no, not what the heck. Is it actually not? Okay, this is way better. No. Okay, actually I didn't get it. Damn it. Okay, well. Download RAM. Let's here. Let's see. Where can you get like? Is there like a specific page for Unity? I just need something that can give me the. Show me the. Well, there's like a lot here. Damn. Let's see. What was that format called? It said it's in here. I swear I saw it. I'm not hallucinating. PBR textures, yes. So prototype PBR texture. Free download. Man, I'm wasting time on the wrong thing, but I kind of want to find some good prototype material. Oh, I think this is what I want. Yes. Are you free to use this? Here's the license. I don't know. Creative Commons. I think this is just free. The person who associate work with this has dedicated work to the public domain. Okay. On the copyright including. I should probably know this as a content creator, but you know, I will read it a couple more times. Okay, so in the public domain. Okay. Okay. Cool. So then I can just get all in one bundle? There's multiple ones? I don't need more. But download made available for free thanks to I don't have money. If I could ask, I would ask them for a donation. No, thank you so much for this epic. Damn, now I need to figure out how does material work. It's probably not the vec. It's the PNGs. I assume it's the PNGs. Let's take a few steps back here to assets. Okay, so here's a lot of things, but I wonder like. Oh look, there's an wait. What's happening here? Oh whoa, wait, what? My YouTube chat has been frozen, or did you all just type at the same time? What happened? Have you figured out the models yet? An inventory system when you can find potions and merge them into other potions, then throw them. That's the tutorial for a paid set maybe. Oh, behavior package. Now first I saw that you sent stuff in the chat. I was like, what happened? The camera kind of worked. Yeah, I noticed. I looked at the stream after I went, or after ending it, and the camera is kind of delayed. I don't know why. Prototype. Wait, there is in the asset store prototype textures. Once I tried Pro Builder and open, and then you get like. Okay. If I prefer Unity over Vulkan, I would say, depending on what I want to do, if I just want to get a game done, I would probably go with Unity. But I enjoy Vulkan more because of just the more, like just implementing stuff is fun to see how it's done, you know? Yeah, I read them now. I don't know what happened to my Twitch. It was YouTube chat. It was frozen. Did you notice he hasn't broken anything for a long time? Maybe we were the problem all along. No. I'm about to break something soon enough. But yeah, let's see. You said, let's see. Here, so the eye icon. Oh, look at that. Ah, okay, so now there's more of these. Need to find one that's... Is this one it? Let's see. No, okay, no, that's not it. I will just... I don't know, like, what are all these default things? I don't know. I don't know. I would just go with textures. Yeah. Wait, Pro Builder default? Pro... Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's better. It's better. Oh yeah, because it's only... yeah, the UVs are stretched. Yeah. If I put maybe multiple, like, planes, it would be a Pro Builder plane. Ooh. I don't even know how to use Pro Builder. How do you use Pro Builder? What do you do about it? Let's see, Pro Builder documentation, there it is. Damn, my internet speed is like so fast that I can see the loading icon. What's new? Probably mesh component. There's a mesh component? That the stream is lagging a lot. No. Is the stream lagging? I think it's fine. I hope it's fine. Okay. Well, we probably will be needing a lot of these things still. We'll just close a lot of these. Okay, wait, did I need that one though? No, this I don't need it. But let's check out the Pro Builder, right? Okay, where's how to use Pro Builder? Well, I guess, ooh, what is this? The first way to design. Frankie has the great tutorial. That's the stream is lagging. Or you can make a new material and assign the prototype texture. Change the tiling. I guess. Well, let's see. I will probably get to the level design later on. Right now, we are just concerned about getting this enemy working. Probably should do some level design, but I will put it for later. Let's see, where's my Trello? And then I went to YouTube. Oops. Why? Let's keep it like that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So what I need to do now is basically for this thing to recognize the... Oh, I didn't know... Well, I'm learning the shortcuts here. Cool. This one need to recognize that player... Maybe by default I will not even have it go away. If the player is nearby, it will just go towards it, even if it's smaller. Yeah. I think that works too. Okay.
Me patrolling
they
between those 4
actually
points.
had it,
And be more useful when debugging this debug button and select your character to debug how your enemy behavior graph is behaving, although it might be more useful when debugging a more complex graph. To create a more complex setup where the enemy can actually detect the player, you can create a custom detector. In my case, I'm just using physics to
Okay.
the overlap circle.
So you can also just create collider physics circle to the transfer position radius and then member agent. Oh, okay, so just a layer. Okay. And then for each of those, if collider equals that, continue, else it will add it the game object to detected
All
colliders.
raycast. And inside the graph, you can add to the blackboard and other type. I'm going to just search for the detector. And I have this detector.
So you can also add just scripts in here? Wait. What? Ah, you can just add scripts. Ah, that's crazy. Okay.
Controller, I'm going to call this target detector. Now, in the node space, you just right-click, select create new, and select action, and we need to give it a name like you would give a name to a new script. I'm going to call this check detector, and the category is action, and we need this detector controller. I'm going to call this target detector. Now, in the node space, you just
Okay.
right-click, select create new, and select action.
Now this, okay. It's gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna move this to the side. Okay. So that means, well, I guess I should probably have it in script, but I think it's only related to AI. It's not related to anything else, so I'm just gonna do it in here. Create script. Where is script? Help, I can't find script. I actually can't find script. There. And then I will call this one just detect player, because I don't think anything else will be using this except for enemies, so detect player. Oh yeah, it needs open writer. I wonder though, like, it didn't show like much more of like, is there like a specific structure I need to follow? It's okay. I will just do something and see how it behaves and what it does.
Case, I'm just detector, and I have this detector controller. I'm going to call this target detector. Now, in the node space, you just right-click, select create new, and select action, and we need to give it a name like you would give a name to a new script. I'm going to call this check detector, and the category is action. Select next, and here we're going to describe what we want to do. I'm going to type check if target detector has a target. And now below you should have a list of words, and you can convert them to parameters. I want the target detector to be of type other. I'm going to type detector, and here is my script, the detector controllers. And I'm going to just select create, and in the graph we should have this new check if target detector has a target node, but also a new script should be created automatically for you by Unity, which allows us to define a new action. Now we have a couple of options. We can define our logic in onStart or on update. Now we can return status running, we have also success, and we have also failure. At the top you should see a public variable blackboard variable detectors controller and that target detector, which is what we have defined in our node. I'm going to use the onStart method, and I'm going to just return target detector.value, and I'm going to check for current. And the current target is just a variable from my script, and I'm going to just check if this is null. And instead of creating an if statement, I'm going to just use ternary operator question mark. I'm going to return status dot failure if this is null. We haven't detected anything. The detector as the detector, and I can connect those two nodes, creating a sequence, which just means that a sequence will proceed with the next child if the
Okay, that's probably in the documentation. Wait. Oh. Damn it. Unity behave. Oh, well, I could probably just check out the behavior graphs, but how do I create a script behavior graph node into behavior user interface? Install new package, create behavior graph, save and load, create behavior graph AI, generate debug agent, troubleshoot. I was looking for, what was it called? I don't even remember. But let's see, it's associated to the graph, so probably it can be found here. Action node, perfect. Common form of node behavior graph with having the flow of execution between actions. Typically actions response, but I wonder, is there like a Unity create action script? No, I just want the creating script. Also nodes in behavior graph. I guess this could be creating scripts. The behavior graph events. Because is there like some? How does it?
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get.
In part 2 of this enemy AI in behavior graph series, we will
Wow, the speed
or
is
not, and it returns the game object or a null value. To use those or not,
so this is okay, line of sight. So they just have a
and it returns the game object or a null value. Action. This way we can define a new node. We don't want to use on end or on start, so we are going to delete those, and our logic will reside in on update null value.
But can I? How does it have access to? And how often does it? Well, whatever. I will write something and see how it works. Probably don't need this. That I do need though. Void. Perform. Detect. That's not that. Okay, so you use capital. Okay. Good learn the. Okay. But how do you, and it does need this one? He takes in how. From where does it take in?
To use those detectors in our AI, we need to modify our behavior graph. So let's open it up. To use our custom scripts in our graph, we need to right click, and instead of add, we are going to select create, and we are going to select action. Enemy's head when the.
This is something different. Has to be called some from where, right? Well, I guess. So, okay. Private float detection radius. Okay, so you can just provide those value and then detect target.
Sphere cast. So here I'm going to check if this equals to null.
Oh, okay, so you call it from. This is the one that's being generated. How does this public partial class range detection action? Ah, so you can call it on update, you call that thing, and then in update detector, he returns the game object that was... Oh, okay. Okay, well then. So I guess I could pretty much... I think those things also make sense that he has the... We'll actually just do a one by one. Whoa. For those fields, because I think those will make sense. I don't know, what is a header? Is it just how it will be displayed? Well, I'm not gonna use it because I don't know what a header is. But I do know that I will be using serials, feed, private, float. So I can easily tweak this, so I have to go into the code every time. Not that I think it's a big problem to do it that way too, but why can I not make an equal? 0.0f. Detection radius, perfect. And then 2 more. Layer mask. What is like layer mask, right? Yeah. No suggestions. Oh, because that. L mask. Oh, well, look, we can probably use that while it's... Why is it... Member with the same name is already... Oh, yeah. And then we can have a bool. Show debug visuals. Well, I'm probably not concerned about that at all. Unity 0 feels just... Okay. And then basically form detection basically did the same thing here, but and we will have the colliders array. Colliders, oh my god. And how do you do this? Is there like physics dot overlap sphere? So now a sphere exists. Man, when I try to do it in the engine it says always caps on. I'm like, okay. So position, then just detection radius and detection mask. Okay. Layer mask. Boom. And now we should have all of those. Well, I guess that actually makes sense. There should only... Wait, no. Because I need to check that the... Okay, because I need to check for a tag that there is a player tag, because if there is no player tag, well then there's no point doing anything, so we... Then we just... yeah, I need to return game object. Game. How do you get the game object? Oh yeah, public. Oopsie daisy. Public game object. And then I remove that thing. Perfect. So. Okay. So then we just return... How do you do a null in C#? Just like this, right? Very nice. Writing null with lower case characters seems cursed. And then else, then we go through each for collider key. I don't know how you do a for loop in C#. How do you do a for loop for each? Okay. Oh no. I can't leave it as bar. I don't like it. C in colliders. Well, I guess this could actually be a smarter approach. To have a game object player equals to null. And then we just return player if C wait, no, C that, how did you get tag, compare tag player. So if it's true, then we say player equals to C that game object. And then we can continue. No, wait, break. Yeah, well, actually we could return, but I think I will get both of these if I just do this return player. Yeah, I think that should find, if I remember to put the player tag on, which is probably not gonna be remembered. But okay, so can I then just call this on each update or something? Like, how does this work?
Your cast. So here I'm going to check if this equals.
Okay, so he did already this in action. Okay. Oh yeah. Action. Should probably see. Is it just action or?
Method of act.
Oh, it's like so fast. Can't even comprehend the speed.
The previous child has returned success. Inspector, we can see that it has those parameters that have entry between idle and button and select your character to debug how your enemy behavior. Inside the graph, you can add to the blackboard. Now, in the node space, you just right-click, select Create New, and select Action. For controller, I'm going to call this Target Detector. And create a custom detector. In my case, I'm just using Physics to the Overlap Circle All Raycast. And inside the graph, you can add to the blackboard. And other time, I'm going to just search for the detector. And I have this detector controller. I'm going to call this Target Detector. Now, in the node space, you just right-click, select Create New, and select Action. And we need to give it a name like you would give a name to a new script. I'm going to call this Check Detector. And the category is Action. Select Next. And here we are going to describe what we want to do. Next, we will have behavior, and we should find here a range detector at the bottom. This is my script that I have created for. Let's call it range detector. This way we can define a new node. First, we need to give it a name, which is basically a name of a script. Let's call it range. We can see the target or not, and it returns the game object or a null value. To use those detectors in our AI, we need to modify our behavior graph. So let's open it up. To use our custom scripts in our graph, we need to right-click, and instead of add, we are going to select create, and we are going to select action. This way we can define a new node. First, we need to give it a name, which is basically a name of a script. Let's call it range detector. Let's select category to be action, and let's click next. Now we need to describe what we want to do inside this node. Let's call it update, range detector, and assign target. Now I'm going to type target with capital T because the system will already recognize that we have target variable in our blackboard, so it will assign to it a type game object. The rest of the words are assigned as regular text, but obviously we need to provide a range detector parameter to this node. So we can select this dropdown for the range detector, and we are going to select other, and we are going to select model behavior, and we should find here a range detector at the bottom. This is my script that I have created for our project, and here we have an error that variable cannot share the same name as the script that we already have. So let's add a spacebar in between those, and I'm going to just select detector to be of type other, and model behavior and range detector. Now there is no error, and we can proceed to create this, which will basically create a script for us. A file explorer window will pop up. I'm going to just save the script where my behaviors are, and if everything went well, a new script should appear. At the top, you have the node description that we have defined inside the graph editor. Next, we will have a list of variables that we gave or specified inside the graph. Lastly, we have those three methods: on start, on update, and on end. We don't want to use on end or on start, so we are going to delete those, and our logic will reside in on update. Instead of
Hello, welcome to the stream. Mostly me just figuring things out at the moment.
returning status.success, we're going to return detector, so access our variable. To access the detector itself, we need to call .value, and we will check if this is null in on start, and we're going to call .update detector. And this method is what we have defined in our script. It will return a game object based on the overlap sphere cast. So here I'm going to check if this equals to null. And next I can return failure if it does, or success if it isn't. Now instead I want to assign the target.value to be detector.value update detector, and I will check for this target.value if this is equal to null. And next I will return status failure or status success. The idea is
You can do that? Okay. Yes. What's up, RS software? You request a request? What kind of request? Oh, what the background should be. I think that could probably be a screenshot of the game itself, but like just blurred out, so you don't really have to worry about it. You know? I don't know, what do you think? I think that would make sense. I don't know what happened. Something broke. Sure. Okay, why can't I navigate at all anymore? What happened? I don't know, I will force quit it. Or not. Are we posted in art already? Damn. Wait, just force quit like that, and let's load it up. Hopefully, I don't think anything should have been lost because I saved everything, so. Alright, let's see. Okay. No, where were we? Where were we? Oh, we closed the thing. God damn it. Okay. Projects. What? I don't. Is Vulkan easier than Unity? Depends on what kind of context. No. Unity is like getting stuff done. Unity is way easier, but I think in sense of just having more control, Vulkan is easier because you have absolute full control. But in the sense of getting stuff done, probably not. Unity is way faster, definitely. Yeah. What did I want to do? I wanted to
the detector, and I will check for this target.value if this.
Check, how did he do this thing? Did he already add it? No, he just went straight ahead and started adding that. Okay. Create new action. Detect. Player. What did I name?
This will basically create a script for us.
Update. Update range detector and assign player. Assign. Okay. I will go for the same. Update. Oh my god. Update. Range. Section. Sign. Target. Okay.
And model behavior and range detector. Now there is no error. And we
What did I call it? Detect player, and then I don't have a target variable yet, so we'll just straight. Oh wow! In AI. So yes. Oh, okay, it's created it already. So can I still modify this thing? I probably can. Continue. How do I create a new thing? The game object. So now if I go in here, target. So can I just go in here and be like, lol, target is now like this. Can I just go like this, game object, and just call it target? Does that work? How about that? We need Minecraft in Unity versus Minecraft in Vulkan. Oh. Well, I think there's plenty of people who have done Minecraft in Unity already. I think I will continue though the Vulkan thing. I will not do it in Unity. No. Or who knows? But probably not. Probably not. But when I continue the Vulkan, Minecraft Vulkan thing, I will rewrite it again. Well, I will rewrite my Vulkan setup a third time because I just have learned so much more. And I'm like, ah, damn. What I do right now is shit. And also, like, once you have the setup done, it's also like you don't really touch it anymore. It's kind of, except when I want to create new render passes. Or no, wait, what am I saying? No, yeah, no, well, kind of, but new pipelines. No, my camera does freeze. I think, okay, like, let's actually, while we're at it right now. Oh no, I'm moving the window. Okay. Now you will see some funny stuff here, but let's see. This is the, is it this? Okay. So I could probably just make the quality lower on this thing and hopefully wouldn't freeze. Configure video. How do I reduce the quality, like this? I don't know. It didn't do anything. Custom. Okay, perfect. So you probably want, yeah, but you see this thing. So I was thinking if I just put lower resolution, maybe it will stop freezing. So what is 720p or 420p for your camera? Because it's still so small, I think like it wouldn't really matter if. So 420. Is it X? What is the... Well, we can go 480, 640. That's not what I wanted. 6... Sure. We can go with that. Okay. Maybe it will be a bit better now. Maybe. Tell me if you notice any difference or if not. Minecraft in assembly, bro. No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I'm not gonna. Maybe 2D. Maybe I could go for 2D Minecraft in assembly. What? The stream dropped quality? Oh yeah, no, that's because my internet went the poop. I don't know what happened to my internet now, but it's bad. It's super bad. Oh yeah, it's really bad. I need to buy a better internet. There's a lot of things I need to do. But let's see. I'm gonna take a quick snack. Yeah, I'm struggling to opening this snack. How do you open snack? Okay. Perfect. Okay.
We can proceed to create this, which will basically create a script for us. A file explorer window will pop up, description we have defined inside the graph date and on end. We're going to return detector, so access our variable. To access the detector itself,
It should. Ah, do I need to say dot value? You tried to create a model in Blender and you failed. Well, that's part of the learning process. What did you learn from failing? You probably learned something. You can go again, you know? And then this time don't do the same mistake. 2D equals 3D greater than true note. What? I don't get it. But yeah.
we need to call .value. It will return a game object if this is value on start, and we're going to call .update detector. And this method is what we have defined in our script. It will return a game object based on the overlap sphere passed. So here I'm going to check if this equals to null. And next I can return failure if it does, or success if it isn't. Now instead I want to assign the target .value to be detector.value update detector, and I will check for this target.value if this is equal to null. And next I will return status failure or status success. The idea is that if we return success, we know that we...
That's basically what I also want to do. So wait, if it equals null, then it's a failure. Else it's a status dot success. Ah. I actually still don't get it what you mean by 2D equals 3D and then console true. I mean, if you try to make a character but you end up with a sphere as an arm, you know, it's, you know, you gotta start somewhere, you know. You will learn, and you will, maybe next time you will do a sphere with 2 arms, you know, and then maybe put some legs there, the 3rd iteration, and then after that maybe not a sphere but a cylinder or something, and then put some eyes and then some hair or something, you know. I still also need to do some Blender stuff, most likely, probably. So excited. Okay. Let's see.
We want the graph to continue to the next node, which usually would be to chase the player. In case we return failure, we know that we want the graph to stay idle or go patrolling. Just save your script and go back to our graph. We now are missing the detector variable. So what we need to do is go to our blackboard, and we need to create a new variable, and we will again select other, model behavior, and range detector. Let's call it new range detector. We are going to just assign it to our node. At this moment, to connect it, we can just place it in front of everything else, and if we drag only the arrow from our sequence, if this fails, this whole sequence will stop.
I see now. I don't know how to spell it all. Detector script. detector script, sure. Sure, why not? Why not just detect the squeaked? Detect the squeaked. Squeaked. Yes, I like it. Let's go with it. Okay, wait, what did you say in the chat? You said maybe 2D Minecraft in assembly, so it's still Minecraft, so 2D same as 3D. It probably doesn't make sense, I don't know. No. I'm still just confused about the console thing. That's what's tripping. I'm like, I didn't get it. But okay, yeah, 2D equals 3D. That makes sense. That makes sense. Create horror models. Okay, but then it makes sense that you made a sphere with one arm, because if you made it with two arms, it wouldn't be scary. You should probably just like stitch different kind of animals together. That would be cool, or that would be terrifying, what I'm trying to say. So is there like a add move? Like, how do you create your own? Navigate to target.
Now instead what we can do is delete the whole sequence and the arrows by selecting those, and if they are in blue we can right click and delete, or just press delete. And what we can do is define the same sequence by placing those one below each other. We can see that if we drag a node below another node, we can stack those together. Now let's select this one and let's stack it below, and the last one will be weight. And this way we have created the same sequence, but it is much shorter. You should already see that we can see the gizmo of our range detector, but we need to select our enemy, and in its behavior agent we need to assign this new range detector. Let's just drag the range detector component and assign it here. Now if we go towards our enemy, it should turn the sphere green, and the enemy should start chasing us. Let's try running away from it. Okay, and now we can run away from it, but something is wrong. If you open the graph and enable debug mode and select the enemy, you will see that the onStart has run and it is waiting for the other nodes to return. Now the update range detector new range detector has returned true, which is the check mark. Next, the self-navigate 2 always returns running because it has never caused to our player. And that is why, if I unpause the game and keep on running, this detector has never been updated and it will continue chasing us despite the fact that we are outside of the range of the range detector. Let's open our graph and try to fix it. So how can we do it? Well, the problem is that the update new range detector is running in the sequence with those other nodes, but it should run in parallel. Now we could connect it to onStart and select from branch options run in parallel, but we can also just right click add and we can select events, and we can create another onStart. As you recall, the graph is invoked from left to right and from top to bottom, so if we connect this second onStart to our range detector node, it will continuously detect our player, or it will update the targets to be null. And now this will also be updated based on this detector. So this time, if we save the graph and press play, we can approach the enemy and it will start chasing us, but the moment we run away from the range detector, it stands still again, because onStart that runs update range detector logic has returned false and set the targets to be null, and the self-navigates to from the second branch or the second graph is not able to reach a target that is null. We could make this logic more explicitly visible, because we have no idea if this will return false or an exception. So to stop this graph.
Okay, but is there like not a inbuilt? Because there's the patrol, yeah. Move. If there is no move, navigate. Navigate to target. Okay. Then to. I don't know what the repeat is really for, but you know. Let's see how does it have a fail safe? Because now I won't have a target when I run. But what is the range anyways? I haven't given it the range. Let's see. But how does it? I can't. Can I? Like, just do this? That doesn't make much sense. Because how it's supposed to know to take it from here and not starting to take it from.
From invoking
But he has it
is
like
changed
that. That's
variable
that's
using this plus icon, other, mono behavior, and we have this line of sight detector. So let's add this. I'm going to leave the enemy. You will see it should turn the sphere green, and the enemy should start
there.
behavior agent. We need to assign this new range detector. Let's just drag the range detector.
Okay, so you need to still pass it in, and then you can say that I want to use the one that is here. Interesting. Wait, what? What did I say? Can I please open the thing? There. Behavior agent. What? Did I lose the behavior agent component? Where did it go? Oh, I'll just add it back in. Lol. Put this in there. And then target will be none, but we'll be using this detection script. And let's see what it does. Worst case scenario, it breaks. Best case you can say that works. Stop eating food. Okay, bye. Okay, let's see if I now just increase the range. I have a very hard time just visualizing this range, but let's put 200. You know, I don't know how much 200 is, but you know, let's see. I should probably have some form of debug. Blah! To see how much it is. I'm just smooching this thing when nothing is happening. Bye-bye. Okay, Okay, let's open this thing up. And I should probably be able to see, like, debug. Let's see. I'm making a game, wait, let's see. Why is it not? Okay, so it's not even running the script, it seems like. I'm making, if you know Brute's IO, basically a similar game to that, but with a attraction component. So basically you will be a thing walking around eating food to grow, and then there will be enemies that will also try to eat food, and then you can like smash each other, and you know, then if you, I don't know if I will have it like, if they are small enough you just consume them immediately, and otherwise you will have to sort of like kill them before you can consume them, and they will just drop food or something. I don't know how far I will take this, but that's basically somewhere along those lines. I will see how far I get it. That's the plan. But yeah, I don't know. It should. Why is it crashing when I try to use this behavior tree thing? Like, what the frick? You can only find it if you are in, if you're a judge role. Then I give it to people. Wait, but you have the judge. Oh yeah. In the judge channel at the top, there should be. So judge channel is in the furthest down, I think. If you have the judge role, you should see the judge channel, and there you should find the link to it. So now I have to set up the agent again. It just keeps on crashing. Every time I have this behavior tree, I need to close this behavior tree every time I alt tap, I don't know. I probably lost it again, didn't I? No, it's still here. And it even remembered the detection. Okay, cool. Well then. Just move this food over there. Okay. Well then, then I'm just confused that how is it possible that it never runs? Unless my logic is incorrect somewhere. Let's put a breakpoint over here. Oh shit, what's the radius? I think 200 should be enough to find it, right? Like if I look at this, I look at the wrong thing. But still, 2 should just be this. So if I put it on 100, it's 50 times larger. That should be like way over here somewhere, right? So this one should have a pretty damn huge. But the thing I think is that it's never even executing the script. Like if I go in here, I open this thing up, and I say debug enemy. So now the enemy should be. It doesn't even run this a single time. Like it's not running it, and I don't know why. No, I just allow people to draw who. Well, I could have like one board where I allow everyone to draw, and another one where I just have people allowed to comment. Because I actually just need 2 boards, and 3 you are allowed to have for free. But why is this never being called? Why? 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 Okay, I'm gonna put this in here on update. Now at least that should confirm that it's not being called if I don't get that breakpoint called. Am I even running debug? How do I know if I run debug in Unity? Let's see. Now I should be running debug, right? Enable debug for this session. But I will look into the thing about the mirror drawing permissions later. Now I want to focus getting this enemy thing working, which I seem to be very bad at. Why? Why no run, eh? Alright, let's check it again. Wait, it says that it's running, but I don't see it running. Why are you not running? Up. Run again. I don't know. Yeah, just... Oh, okay, no, it actually does get in here. Okay. And then... Can I... Because then it should call over here, right? I should be getting in here, so if I press play... Yes, okay, perfect. Let's move down. And let's see, what did it get? It got nothing. So that means that overlaps... I told you I would forget about the layer mask thingy. Okay. Wait, how do I layer there? I don't know how everything. I don't know. Just default. Nothing. Default. Let's just do that, and then what? Then we will take the player layer. Like I think it's. I should probably just have. I don't even need to check for a player tag, to be honest. Can you also filter by tag? No, that wouldn't make sense because the layer is a different thing. Should I make a player layer? Nah. I'm not that deep into performance optimization yet, so let's just go with this. Okay, now I think it should work. Please tell me it runs in debug. It doesn't. Okay. But let's see if I do this. Now I run this. Oh, I did put default, yeah, I did. Okay, so now it goes in here, it calls this one, moves one step further. Now we should get yes, and then there is the player, so we'll go into the for each loop. Let's just play. Yes, here there's one. It will take this one. It will break and get into here. What the heck? Why is it stuck in this one? Oh, yeah, there's multiple ones that has the player tag because I chose that. But they all should still give the same game object. And then it returns this thing. But it still doesn't make sense because it should still just go in here and then it should break. But now there is a player. A game object over here, yeah. And then if I go back into here, we should get back in here right now, yes. And player value is not null. There's a game object. This one should return true because it is not, so it will be a true. Can I just go one step to see? How can I? So status is success, yes. Okay, so it should be fine. But yet when I run the thing, it is not fine. Up. Like, I don't see it moving at all. Which is strange because what if I just went? What if I just did this and then just was like, you know what? Do that. And let's debug enemy. Because I feel like it should, like it seems like it's stuck on start. It does, but no, it can't be stuck on start because it's It at least says that it's good. But then it doesn't move. Do I need to assign some speed somewhere? I don't know. Inspector. Oh, look at that. What do I want to do? Okay. Well, speed is 1. Oh! Well, that's not good. Wait. Oh, well. Why did nobody tell me I was trying to do stupid things? Look at that, it's moving now. It's coming closer to me. Look at that. We got the enemy that doesn't do anything, but that's okay. It wasn't the enemy, that was me. Yeah, bye. Okay. So it can move. I would still like to have this thing to be more or less just a visual component things I could also see. Because it's so annoying to try to guesswork how far that radius is. See, I know what I'm doing somehow. Let's see. Okay, but I'm learning more about behavior trees in Unity now. That's pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool. Unity display radius. That's how you spell radius. Radius. How to render an action radius. Is that kind of how to draw a circle with set radius in game view? Let's see. Oh, Sphere radius. Radius of a sphere primitive. If you have created a sphere in Unity, sphere, no, what the heck? Oh, what is this? The radius of sphere measure of an object local space. The sphere will be scaled by transform scale. But that's a collider. Well, I guess, I mean, just for this test, I could have a script that just gets it in the beginning of the game and assigns to this. Or could I just... You know what? I will just go sphere, collider, like that, and I will just put 200 so I can see. That's like way too big. 10. Still pretty big. But let's do 10. And how can I do? It's just a trigger. I also want it to be visible. Can you make it visible while in game? Unity make sphere collision. I cannot spell. Collision is So wait, you can actually do this with the material? What? No way. Or could I just... Huh. Wait, so I could... Wait, why can I not modify this thing? Or do I just add? I just want to see, because if I could just use an already existing one just to see that this works. Okay, no. So you would actually create a actual game object that is a sphere and then use that. Well, I guess that could work too. Well, I could also just use this as the actual thing, but yeah. Okay, so now if I play it, it shouldn't chase because it shouldn't have it, right? It still chases somehow. Oh, I'm stupid. I changed this thing, but I didn't change the actual script. Now it shouldn't change. Chase. Yeah, and if I move a bit closer... Yeah, now it starts chasing, and if I move away, it continues to chase. Okay, cool. That's cool. I think that's why I I didn't really fully understand, but they said that you should have them separate. So let's see. And now if I move away, crazy. There. Okay, cool. We got a enemy that follows. It's a bit slow though. I like it. Can probably increase that speed a bit. Should that be done in here, or should it be done in the navigate towards? Navigate towards another game of using NavMesh agent. If NavMesh agent is not available on the agent or its children, moves the agent using its transform. Okay, so yo, what's up, Breeze? So that means that it could probably just have a... So if I increase this thing 20, let's see, that should be going crazy, but we'll see. I don't think it did anything. It's still as slow as ever. Yeah, wait, what? It sets its speed to 1. Why did it change? Why did it do that? I didn't change. Do I change? I don't change the speed anywhere, do I? I don't know, man. This is some crazy stuff. What happens if I put this to 20? Is it actually overriding it? No, that I call bullshit on that. Hello, revision. Okay, now. Okay, so somehow it overrides the thing. That's cool. What? What does that mean? What is that supposed to mean by seeing my face? You know why everything breaks. Because the being grows when it eats stuff. Yeah. That's why. But isn't this basically a lie if it says in here? Okay, here. Navigates a game object towards another game object using NavMesh agent if NavMesh agent is not available on the agent or its children, move the agent using its transform. But on the game object that has the agent, there is a NavMesh agent, but it overrides that speed. I don't get it. What happens if I put it to 0? Is it then gonna use it? Let's see. So I have 20. I play. It says. Okay, it says 20, so I assume it didn't override. So if I leave it at 0, it will... Nah, never mind. Mr. Bean? Yes. So you're making a game about bean cannibalism. No. Well, I guess, actually, when I think about it. But it's not the main thing. You're missing the point. The point is here that they eat stuff to grow, and they attract stuff to grow. So, why is this thing lying to me? Why is this thing overriding it when it should be using? Oh wait, it moved toward. Oh no. Okay, now I understand. It's still used, but I would like to use the speed of the I would like to use the speed of the actual, like... How do they grow? They eat and they grow. Now they grow from eating. This is food, okay? You can, like, I don't know what kind of food you eat, but I love just to get a full box in the morning and just, you know, eat that thing and grow in one scale. You know, a 46 centimeters cube every morning I eat. Nom nom, yum yum, I don't know. Wait. No, that should be fine. So... Okay, so now I got the enemy that follows the player, but it doesn't really do anything yet. Well, I guess it could still have the food script on it, to be honest, because it should be considered food. Let's go to scripts here. It is also a food, but it's gonna be a enemy, not a directly food. Can you have multiple tags in a thingy, or is... I should probably make a prefab out of this before it's too late. Okay, cool. So if I make this one to an enemy, is this one also an enemy then? Cool. Can you add images of a single bean in the bottom left corner at about 12 seconds in your next video, because why not? I mean, I guess I could, but I would not do it out of nowhere. I would kind of have to have some reason for it. But I do create a capsule, or I don't know. I probably I might do the Dani Bean meme thingy in the next video, because, you know, it's an opportunity you can't miss. But maybe, and then I could put some picture of beans, I don't know. So I made an operating system in C++ that has notepad, calculator, and time. File manager, it works in Visual Studio Code, but breaks my PC when I try to use it as an operating system. Sounds like you made Windows. Except in C++. It kind of works. If it kind of works, it's on the way. The random bean in the bottom left corner would be very silly. Yeah. Probably it would be pretty silly, but I don't know if I would do it. If I find an angle where I could put it in, I would definitely do it. I promise that. You can bombard me with messages once I start video editing that put the beans in, I need the beans, and I will put some beans in there just for you, revisioned. Check Twitch. Lucas, check Discord. Also, it's time for daily dose of glub. I'm the no. A girl made fun of my science fair presentation. Hell yeah, what? Alright, I will check Discord. I have like, how many notifications? Every time you say grow, I think of knee, okay. And anyways, both of us are working on food right now. Also making the food for my... Okay, you're also making food for your snake. What am I supposed to see here? gotten a lot of private DMs, but you know, I'm not gonna read those before I'm done streaming, because otherwise this is gonna be like taking forever. We can ask for... Man, what kind of questions did you ask? Completed to remake the opera. Jesus, damn. Yep, sounds about right. Okay, but now this one will be food. So okay, I should probably rethink this a little bit, how I will go about this. Nah, because the consume script still just checks for that. Because now I would like to use the script both for the enemy and for the player. Ooh, actually, let's see. So this one should also be able to consume. And let's see. You should also have a attraction. Okay, let's check this out and see how it goes. Oh yeah, but this one doesn't have a wait. Other get rigged body. What does it? Oh. Oh, okay, I see. Can you have like different colliders and then give them like some sort of tag or name or ID? Just to make it easier to, you know, manage the thing? What happened in the chat? Fun fact, random beans in a video makes the video 3 times better. True. Please make it in assembly. In assembly, a great idea if I got my PC working first. When are you remaking Geometry Dash in assembly? No. I see you, said the blind man. Probably not, but sure. How many demons? Wait. No, demons. Bruh.
Yo, I'm back.
Yo, wait, is it T-Chef?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, welcome back.
And how's the game going?
Sorry, I can't hear what you're trying to say. I need to increase your volume.
Yeah, how's the game going?
Oh, it's going good. Like, we got an enemy that follows you now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're talking about Geometry Dash in the chat. I don't know. I don't do Geometry Dash. I don't do that.
I gotta say, I'm pretty crazy at the game, but yeah. I played it a lot.
Wait. Actually, consume and attraction needs to be prefabs. I cannot have them to be like this. Remove component and remove component. Wait, where's the remove component? Remove unused properties. No, the component. They are the offsets. I don't know. Boom, boom. Okay, so now the enemy should be able to also eat, I think. So let's try to bait the enemy into food. Ah, it's so fast. Why did it not attract the food? Ah!
Wait,
Yep.
the other bean is the enemy and the like
Yeah, it's the
cubes
enemy.
are the food, right? Okay.
Why did... Why did that... No! Why is its attraction not working? Let's just increase the radius on its attraction so it will always... Okay, now it should attract a lot of food easily to itself. Okay, bye! But it didn't grow. Why didn't... Oh, look at that. There's an error message. Okay. Object will not set to an instance of an object. Ah, okay. Well, I guess that's why, yeah. Okay. But I can probably just go game object. Dot. I don't even need it to be like specifically for this, right? Oh wait, what's happening in the chat? Why is your room that blue? I have a have the sky inside of my room now. Actually, I have the window in the back is open, so it's quite a blue day outside. So you know it's blue. It's literally blue. Do you have Dead Star there? Yes. Why does Lucas look like his profile picture? Bro. I know he's maybe mutating. Because he's making a black hole simulator. No. And he will probably destroy his PC. Yeah. That's the plan. Okay, now the thing should grow, I think. Maybe. I don't know if it grew. Let's disable the impact. But this, whether or not this collider provides contact without any monobehavior listeners, I don't know. I just wanted to not give a force when it hits the... I guess that's in rigged body, right? Use gravity as automatic center linear damping mass. Controls where the physics effect is the rigged body. When are you making a Roblox game for a video? That's actually in the plans, but probably not this summer, but after this summer. I have a plan to probably make something in Roblox, because why not? It sounds interesting. Yeah. Probably. But how do I disable this thing from eating myself off the world? Can I put mass to 0? Then it... No, that... Let's try this. I don't know if it worked. It just disappeared. Now I don't grow at all. I don't know. Wait. Because this one should still take from... Well, I can still clarify this. Dot game object. But that should be redundant, yeah. I shouldn't... Oh, no, that's this thing. I still need to go one step up. Ah. Wait, can you do this? This is cursed. But if it works, you know? You have to go see ya. Still seems to be not... Wait. Game object dot... Can I get parent somehow? Well, I guess I could always go... Again, I guess I could go with this, because both of them will have rigid body. That will always be the case. I don't know, probably just... I don't know. Still nothing. Okay, but it worked for me. Why did it not work for that guy? Back to bimbos. Yep, I'm back to bimbos. Okay, so it's just those. For some reason, because they have 0 mass that they don't grow. Okay, now it works. Damn, it became big. Where are you going? I don't know, it's just chilling at the edge now, I guess. Yeah, it's Bimbos 11. I couldn't really do anything. Wait, what's happening? Face memes coming soon. Yeah. Hopefully. No way. In 2025. Fish? Where did you see the fish? Okay, but at least this thing works. Now I just need to find out how to disable impact from these small thingies. Super Gingos, yeah. Unity 6. Say yeah. Why can't I disable impact? No. I want to collision impact. How to disable between specific objects. Perfect, what I need. How to disable collision for an object.
What if you could do all your SEO?
Yep. Physics ignore will do, but I don't want to ignore. It's true. Attack Microsoft. I like Windows for Adobe applications. And I guess also like, well, Adobe applications. Hmm. Well, I guess no, because these ones also do need. I think they do need. I should have made these prefabs. Wait, they are prefabs? How is that possible? Okay, bye. Since when did these become prefabs? What? Oh yeah, food. Okay, never mind. So if I do this, do all of them get is trigger? Let's see. So now it shouldn't fly away at all, right? Oh, look at that! Oh, whoa.
Yo, it's big.
It threw me off. What a bit. Okay, cool. Now I actually would like to have the... I think I will probably switch it around. Because yeah, this thing, attraction, you can see here. So I will probably create a new empty object so it will scale with the thing. Enemy detect player. Ah shit, I should probably have, well, how do I make sure this is added to the prefab also? Fuck. Can I just do this? Oh wait, no, slow down. Chill. This one needs to go in over here. Yes, detect player. And then in here. Wait, can one do such a thing where they go in here? Probably cannot do that. Probably not can do that. Because I would like to get the... Oh wait, I can do that. Ah, okay, well done. I don't know that. Replace anyone. Fuck! That was not what I meant to do. No wait, that is exactly what I don't know. Okay. No, what? How do I replace? How do I don't know what I'm doing. Delete. Where did the enemy go? Why is that? Why is the enemy not there? Where did the enemy go? What happened? How do I read you in Unity? Unity 3 too short. Control Y, okay. Okay. So why did I lose the capsule all of a sudden? Okay, what? What happened? Okay, I don't know. I just lost the whole thing, I guess. Could I make the program crash just to get everything back as it was? That's the same thing as Control V. Damn. Face reveal done. No. Face reveal will happen at 69,420 subscribers. I make a game with Scratch. Scratch is easy program language and designed for all ages. I mean, I don't know. I tried Scratch once, but I didn't really like it. Girlfriend reveal not done. IP address reveal so I can kidnap him to make me games not done. IP address reveal that will probably happen by accident on stream at some time very soon. Oh, you're my new subscriber. Hello, Sexton Plays. How do you like the videos? I hope you like them because you subscribed. Anyways, do anyone know how to reset this thing? I just messed it up and now I don't know how to get it back. No, my control set doesn't seem to be working at all. What is this thing? Oh no. I just broke my whole enemy. Well, that's not funny.
Lucas, what are you doing?
I don't know. I now don't know how to get out of this. Okay, I know how to get out of this. You're my old subscriber. Oh, thank you, Breeze.
By the way, Harold, how's your project going?
Very nice. The snake is very long and big.
That's crazy.
Okay, I guess I will just have to redo this whole thing. Is there a revert? Please tell me there's a revert option.
Yeah, Control Z.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. It just.
Oh, well, that's Unity.
This is like it's just it became an empty object for some reason, my enemy class, and I can't do anything about it. So now I have to reset all of the things in it. Yay!
Did you not make a prefab?
I did, and it also overwrite the prefab.
Bro.
Well, I will just whatever. It's no biggie. The fuck. I will just go with capsule. No, wait. What am I searching for? What a mesh? Yeah. Okay, actually, I can just take literally the player thing and go like. Okay, I'm just gonna create a new trait. No. Okay, I can do this. Okay, I will just take the how do I copy? Copy component. Boom. Paste it there. No. What? Oh, wait. So I still need to do this. Okay. So now I got the capsule in there. Then I can go in here. Then a mesh renderer. Copy that component. Can I just right click here to paste? No, okay, I don't know. Boom. So now we got that thing in there again. Woo! Then I need to add the agent. Do I need to assign anything in here? Hopefully not. Then the behavior. And that thing will need the AI thingy over there. Boom. And target will be none. This will be this thing. I don't know, was there something else I needed? It needs the enemy tag. And now just prefabs. So I think that should be alright. We're about to find out. I don't know, probably missing something. I could look back in the video. Where did all the cubes go? Not set an instance object. Oh, I need a rigged body, right?
Yeah, you need a ribbit body.
A ribbit body. Yep, exactly. Boom. Oh yeah, and this thing also needs to be constrained. Okay, we're back at it. And now it doesn't find me. What? And I can't collide with it even. Oh, because I don't have a collision component. Alright, you can just copy and paste. That would be crazy. Ah. Bam. Okay, now there should be no problemo, right? Let's see. Yeah. But it's still not moving towards me for some reason. I need to find out why. Okay, what happened in the chat? Hey, I'm in the state of existence. That's a pretty good state to be in. Self target will be none. Yeah, why doesn't... This should work. Oh yeah. Oh, detection is still 10. Oh yeah, oh no, there should be a default. So I have no idea why it's not detecting anything. Let's see. Okay. Returns null, that makes sense. Ah, I don't even have time to... And now if I just move super close to this thing... Ah! Okay, wait, it does work. Oh, never mind. So basically I can do the same as I did for this one, where I have a collider attraction. Copy that component, go in here. Because I would like to use this one rather than putting in as a value. So we would have in here instead of that. It would be a... Is it just collider? Ah, that's not what I wanted. Collider. Collider. And then can one collider dot radius? What can you get? Bounce. 2 space corner volume the collider. Like can't you just... Oh yeah, it's a capsule collider, I think. But I would like to replace it with a sphere collider, probably. Let's see, remove component, add sphere. And let's go like that, so then I can go in here. Sphere collider. Can you go radius? Oh, you can. The radius of the sphere measured in... Yeah. So then I would use this instead of this. So then I can also easily just visualize how it's gonna look. Okay, so it doesn't like that I use that. Yeah. Okay. And now what does it like? Collider, because hidden component, what? The keyword new is required on collider. Because it's hidden property component. But it's serialized. Can I not just assign it? I think I can assign it. Let's see. Yeah. And same goes for attraction. I would like to change this to... Oh no! Waste. Ah, okay, I see. Well, then I guess I could remove the enemy for a moment being, delete, and just make a prefab of this real quick. Okay, what? Not done, I guess. But I like to have these components. I don't know, man. Attraction. Let's just remove that and add a beer, which will be, yeah, it will be 10. And then if I open the attraction script, wherever it may be, there it is. Trigger body, add force on trigger. Okay, so it doesn't really depend on that. I guess it's cool. Now I have to break the silence, you know. Yep, and then somebody just, hello, nutters. Okay. So now if I go back, in the enemy we have the consume, which could also prove a sphere, but I don't know. Then we have this thing, which for some reason didn't get updated. Oops. Oh yes, I can do both of them. Attraction as well. Boom. Fuck. There. Boom. Alright. Then it's actually that big. Let's do 5. And then detect player. I would like this one to be its own prefab. Well, if I do this, why can I not just make a prefab out of this? Damn it. Because if I want it somewhere else, well, I guess we'll run this now. Let's do detect player 7. And yeah. Why did I flow up? What the? Why am I flying? How did that happen? Yeah, why am I flying up? It's forcing myself to go up for some reason. Where does it do that and why? I haven't added anything to change the... Where did that come from? How? All I did was change the enemy and somehow the player got modified. Well, I guess I did change the... Why is this one called consume 1? But this one shouldn't... Then this one should also have changed the player, but they did not, so I don't know. Oh, wait, unless... No? Oh, wait, yeah, I know. Okay. Consume, it's a trigger, that's why. Or attraction, it's a trigger. Yeah, okay, now. Oh no, I need to do for both of them. Okay, the cubes still fall off for some reason. Ah, yeah, because I put in the triggers. What the heck? Ah. this trigger, like so. Why are there two kinds of... Delete that one. And now this one got... Oh my days. The more I try to fix this thing, the more I break it. Like, I don't get it. Why is... What? Give me back player 1. Or not. Not then. I don't want this then. I don't want that one either. I just want this one. Okay. This one has the right one, right? Where the attraction is a sphere. Correct. Man, this is confusing. Okay. Okay. Then the enemy, it's a trigger, and it's also here a trigger, right? And I wanna deal with it later on to be like, oh no, it's not a trigger. Okay, cool. Good. Good. So now, programming Lou and leaving the stream in the background because I can. That's great. Where did the enemy go? There it is. Yeah, okay, now it follows. Pretty damn cool. Okay, cool. Now, I need to fix these food thingies. I thought I could just have them as is trigger. But that did another problem, so I need to figure out. I could probably do another hit box collider thingy. Well, half of them still fell off. So now at least the detecting the player should be larger, because it should scale with the consumption. Oh wow, bye. Is there a way for me to just visually see this thing? What the fuck? Oh, you can give it the material. Not okay. What the fuck? Program something in C. Wolfenstein. That's a pretty solid idea. Raycaster. Or do ray tracing. Sure. I don't know if you're sarcastic or if you're actually gonna do it. Alright. Can't wait. Okay. Okay, I think I got everything covered, so now that thing can eat, and it also had the food tag. So that means that I should be able to go in here and be like, okay, consume, and it's not destroyed. Else if other tag, compare tag, enemy. Well, I guess an enemy, whatever, I will just go with this. Other... I guess I will just go like this. You will destroy the game object. For now, just a quick test run, you know? Let's see how bad this will break, you know? I like when things break, you know, that's kind of my specialty. So, let's see. Hey, it destroyed itself. So, now you can kind of eat something. Kind of. Kind of. You can kind of eat the enemies. I probably need to implement some sort of attack. Health. And that kind of stuff. What? Yeah, I think that would be good. Wait. Oh, and switching. Are you guys seeing this, or am I just like... I don't know. What will I do next? I think we got a pretty, like, it's not a perfect enemy, but it's a enemy that can do stuff. I'm gonna tweak and balance stuff later. I don't want to do that before it's the enemies attack. Well, that can attack. I think I kind of need to do a health bar for that. I am in pain, if that sounds about right. That's kind of where you should be. Kind of. Let's see. I should probably make some sort of UI so you could see like your food, or like how big you are, and then see actually before any of that, fix the impact. God damn it, I need to fix this impact. I'm gonna go take a quick break, BRB. I'm gonna make some tea. Yeah, I'm an AFK streamer. I need to make some good team, you know. You need to eat your code. Chair. Bruh. Okay, but what I wanted to do was basically now to get rid of goddamn impact. I don't still. True, which doesn't enter limit effect, but may one select trigger is also. You're back. I'm also back. Well, there's a cheeky way I guess I could go about this, which would be to in here attraction. If it's food, I could just go other. What? Other. Ah, okay. Trigger. This trigger equals to true, and I think because then when it's as soon as it starts the attraction, you would just put it to true, and then I wouldn't have that same problem, I assume. Who's back? So I'm gonna try it out. Okay, I think it worked. I don't know, I didn't seem to fly away really. Let's try if we can get this thing. Alright, I forgot. I eat it. Right. But yeah, detect player, and then it should be based on that detect player. Let's see, detect player here. Yeah, it takes the radius of that, and it should be doing. I'm just using this. Can I also just disable this trigger because it doesn't need you need to run? It's just there for me to easily see. Like, how does it work? But anyways, on the consume. So if it is an enemy and other dots get component. What am I trying to find? I'm trying to find their consume. Dot food is smaller than food. Then we will destroy it, and our food will become. Well, I guess now I could have. Actually, we won't go like that. YouTube has some creepy ass emojis, I agree. Okay. Why did this not order? Reference. Oh shit! No, I wanted to read that. Okay. Reference not set to an instance of an object. But the enemy should always have a wait, what am I actually getting here? Oh, I'm getting the collider. But I should still find it, right? Like, there shouldn't be a possibility for it to not to find it. I'm just gonna try putting player 2 ace. Right. Still. Funny. Really funny. This is a certified, certified. I'm going to Costco later. I'm gonna eat a foot long of meat. I mean hot dog. Alright, whatever you say, boy. Damn, what happened to my internet speed? It died, basically. Okay, but at least we got that collision problem fixed. I think make enemies that can help or I think I will change this to a float actually now, because this is getting kind of ridiculous how big float 1F. And for now I will just say food is plus equal to 0.05 F. 0.1 F. Yeah. And then I still don't get it. This should work. Maybe I should do this. Let's find out. Let's see. So now this shouldn't be any problems. Yeah, but if I go and eat both of us screw. But now I should be okay, yeah, it doesn't still recognize. But if it goes in here, wait, it collides with, I don't know what it collides with. Because I need to get the food of the enemy. Needs that, then it means that it needs to get the consume script, which is this one. That should work because it well, I guess it collides with this thing. Shouldn't it have like access to all of the like? This is not interesting. It's still hot. Okay. Well, I guess this is a... Well, it's kind of a problem for now. If I'm gonna make the enemy attack, I need to be able to also say that, oh yeah, by the way, you should be like... Because I don't want to destroy it immediately. Well, I guess then I will not just do a enemy comparison yet. I will just save it for later. That works too. But the thing I wanted to check was that warning detect hides inherit member component color. Use new keyword if hiding was intended. No, because I'm gonna use. Wait. Yeah, I assign it. It's intended to be crashing if you try to use it incorrectly. You need to assign it. Okay. Why can I not? Okay. So now I just need to make a attack. How do we make an attack? I assume you just make a hitbox in front of the thing. Rename your collider to do something else? What do you mean? Beans. What? What I need now is probably just an attack. And I think making a... Can you draw debug spheres in Unity? Unity draw debug here.
What do you mean for debug sphere? What?
Because in Unreal you can draw you can draw a debug sphere, so you can see like collisions if you try to do something like that, for example. It's a Gizmo example.
Oh yeah, that's.
Draw sphere. Ah. Can I just call this from anywhere? How does this work? So, let's see. I think actually there's already like a great man, I should have made the player and the enemy like basically the same object, because they basically have the same functionality, apart from that there's an AI controlling the enemy, the player being controlled by a player. But I'm learning this engine, so at the same time I just need to learn stuff, you know. Okay. Yeah, I want to continue checking out this one.
And assign it here. Now if we go towards our enemy, it should turn the sphere green and the enemy should start chasing us. Let's try running away from it. Okay, and now we can run away from it, but something is wrong. If you open the graph and enable debug mode and select the enemy, you will see that the onStart has run and it is waiting for the other nodes to return. Now the update range detector range detector has returned true, which is this check mark. Next, the self-navigate 2 always returns running because it has never caught to our player. And that is why, if I unpause the game and keep on running, this detector has never been updated and it will continue chasing us despite the fact that we are outside of the range detector. Let's open our graph and try to fix it. So how can we do it? Well, the problem is that the update new range detector is running in the sequence with those other nodes, but it should run in parallel. Now we could connect it to onStart and select from branch options run in parallel, but we can also just right-click add and we can select events and we can create another onStart. As you recall, the graph is invoked from left to right and from top to bottom, so if we connect this second onStart to our range detector node, it will continuously detect our player, or it will update the target to be null. And now this will also be updated based on this detector. So this time, if we save the graph and press play, we can approach the enemy and it will start chasing us, but the moment we run away from the range detector, it stands still again, because onStart that runs update range detector logic has returned false and set the target to be null, and the self-navigates to from the second branch or the second graph is not able to reach a target that is null. We could make this logic more explicitly visible, because we have no idea if this will return false or an exception. So to stop this graph from invoking those nodes, we can right click, add, and we can select flow and abort node. Now this abort node allows us, let's delete this on start connection, pressing delete, and let's connect this to the abort if, and let's connect this to our basically chase logic. And now if we select this abort if, we can assign a condition to it. So in the inspector, let's assign a condition. We're going to check variable conditions and variable value changed. Now this condition was added to our graph, and we can select our target from the blackboard. Let's assign it here. So if the target is changed, so it has changed its value from game object to null.
I think that's a good idea to implement either way, so I'm gonna do that. Chicken jockey.
This graph, so in the inspector, if, and let's go, and abort node.
Welcome that one nerd.
Stop this graph from invoking those nodes, we can right click, add, and we can select flow and abort node. Now this abort node allows us, is now equal value changed. Now, we can assign a condition to it. So in the inspector, let's assign a condition. We're going to check variable conditions and variable value.
And then the artdev 125 in Twitch. Well, what's up? All good. Things not working, but soon they will, maybe. And he's doing a game jam. Haven't heard about that guy in ages. Yeah, it's not directly like he's just part of it and helping. Oh, what's up, Nordman? So yeah, that is like just at best he would just judge games basically, but that's about it. He's not gonna do a video or anything, or that's what I have read. Maybe he does, who knows. Yeah, where was I? I was gonna do create a new condition, right? I don't know. Is has player? Wow. Category condition, I don't know. Oh wait, what is it? Condition, no, okay. Wait, what the heck? Am I doing this wrong?
Changed. Connection, pressing delete, to it. So in the inspector, let's assign a condition. We're going to check variable conditions and variable value changed.
Okay. That is wrong. But changed. Okay, and then I can put this in here. Type abort if any are true. All are true. What? That doesn't
now this condition was added to our graph, and we can select our target from the blackboard. Let's assign it here. So if the target is changed, so it has changed its value from game object to null, this branch will be aborted, and this self-navigates will never run. It will just finish running because this abort if overrides its behavior. That's why we call those violet nodes flow nodes, because they control the flow of our graph and can override the behavior of other nodes. Before we test again this logic, basically it will run the same way. We can add to our blackboard a new variable using this plus icon, other, mono behavior, and we have this line of sight detector. So let's add this. I'm going to leave the name as is. To use it in our graph, I'm going to right click, add, and let's select flow, and we have conditional, and we have a conditional branch, so basically an if statement. So I'm going to connect
I don't need that. Let's see. New to Unity, so I'm planning to join a game jam soon after I finish my current project. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, see ya, RS Software. Yep, like joining a game jam. I think it's cool. I haven't done many. I have participated in like 2 or 3 before. If you finish your current project, don't worry about it. You will finish it. I believe in you.
I've only been in one game jam and I just trolled. I did not make a game.
CR Software, what the fuck, Harold? How could you just troll and not make a game? What did you do? Send a picture?
Nah, but what I did is, the thing is I was using Godot, and I kind of found out that there was some bad stuff about Godot. So my game was just a bunch of buttons to links to YouTube videos. And so I said that my game had over 3 hours of content.
Well, I guess.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Leah, what was it? Dani Jam. If you just search on YouTube Dani, you will find out who Dani is, and then if you know what a game jam is, you just combine those 2 things and you have Dani Jam. I should use that in the intro of the video. If you know who Dani is and you have know what the game jam is, you just combine those two and you know what the Dani jam is. But no, yeah. It's not Dani died. No, he's alive and well, and I hope. No, I think he's still doing good. At least according to Treeville, he's okay, and he's gonna be participating in judging in the game jam. Started yesterday going well. Got to add something so it shows the letters you're typing instead of just being in the console. Then I got to make it so you can press enter and let it check if you're correct, and let it create a new question. That's hard part. Then I just need to score a timer. Oh wait, are you talking about the game or your current project? The goat of Unity, yeah. Okay, so your current project. No, I don't know what your current project is about besides that, but that sounds pretty good. People who are in the YouTube chat are completely like confused, like what is this dude on about? But yeah, so for Unity is alright, I guess. So wait, this should have the same behavior. Aborts branch when assigned conditions are true. What? But I want to abort if they are false. What? Or what do I want it to do? Well, it still seems to work, so that's pretty good.
Lucas, I don't know what your problem was with making Snake in assembly. You know, I literally made Snake and it's 3D. It has cool animations, it has shadows, it has infinite terrain. And this was made in like one day. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Bro, it took 4 hours for me to make collision work.
What were you saying, T-Chef?
No, I have not used Love 2D or for Lua. What's happening there? But consider micro. Tell the guys on YouTube that if you use YouTube to watch this stream, you stinky. My current project is just typing out words that game provides in a chipper as fast as possible. Okay. 4 hours for collision. Yeah. I don't use 3D, but it's not just the capsule collider component.
Nah, my game is like, I should be like put in prison. My game is so smooth. I get the animations. I didn't try to make it so good.
Bro, I haven't even done any animations for mine. Okay.
Update range the new detector range to this branch on, and again we can select this branch on no condition assigned, and in the inspector we can assign a condition. Obviously we won't run our line offside the detector, and I doubt that there is a pre-made node for it.
I
So we
don't
can create a new
need that
with
though,
line
but
of
I would be curious to see how he did the attack behavior for the. Is there like a part 1? Because this is part 2, right? Yeah, part 2. Let's see the part 1. How did he do the animation attack?
creating enemy AI is a fundamental part of game.
I probably would do like also some sort of animation for the attack, so I might as well just do right now the template for it, so it would be an illusion of an attack. Like it's not actually doing an animation, but it would still like trigger the same calls. Yeah.
Create your own game project, go to the top menu window, select Package Manager. Here select on the left the Unity Registry category, search for behavior, your player and the enemy. With enough measure. detector and line of sight detector components that we will use in the next video. To get started with the behavior graph package, let's select a folder and let's create a new. If there should be a blackboard vector, let's search for navigate. The agent is the object. We don't yet have target. Your enemy has the through this navigate to, for example, a movement blend tree. This node will also try to set the speed magnitude animator parameter. So if your enemy has the animator and has, for example, a movement blend tree, which uses as a parameter speed magnitude, it will control if your character is standing still or moving through this navigate to target node. The target will obviously need to be our player. To reference the player in our graph, we need to go to our blackboard, select this plus icon, and here we can select the type of a variable that we want to create. We want to create exposed or not in this onStart node that will be repeating to our new node, using this to add a component called behavior agent. Enemy itself, a mesh agent that I have added previously to custom node for the behavior graph in the next video. Definitely, there are no pre-created navigation nodes. We would need to create a custom one. We are going to explore how to create a custom node for the behavior graph in the next video. When you click play, you'll see that the enemy is moving towards our player and it's stopping at the predefined distance. We can move away and the enemy will keep pursuing us, otherwise the changes will not be applied. Open the behavior graph. Here, let's right click, add. We're going to select actions and we have animations and we can select set animator trigger action. I'm going to type trigger name to be attack with capital A. That's because I already have a melee attack animation, and in the animator I already have this transition that uses attack trigger to transition from any stage to the melee attack chop animation. The attack animation triggers a perform hit event, and I have this hit target script attached to my enemy that has this perform hit method that performs the hit on the target. For now, we are going to get the static reference to our player, but next we are going to use this range detector to select the target and to call on it get hit. Back in our graph, we need to assign the animator to our set animation trigger. This will be again the self, so the enemy, and we want to set it to true. Now, how do we connect those two? Well, obviously we could drag the arrow down to the set animation trigger. We can guess that the set animation trigger node will be triggered only after the navigate to node finishes its work. But to explicitly define it, what we can do is delete this line, and instead let's try connecting it with this onStart node. What happens is that we can see this branching option. This is important because we may want to specify that both nodes should be run in parallel, or maybe we want to select randomly which node should be selected. Those are called flow nodes. Flow nodes are the violet ones that allows us to control the execution flow through our graph. So in our case, we may want to specify that we want to explicitly select sequence, and in the animator I already have the...
So I have to study how to do animations.
It's very easy. You just like do a bunch of math, and then you don't use a mesh with a skeleton. You just make many meshes, and bam, animation.
Like, not even, bro. I mean, I'm gonna do it the Unity way, bro. I'm not gonna make a whole, like I would do it with Vulkan or anything.
I'm vomiting just hearing the word Unity right now, but yeah, sure.
This dude guy is so slow, even in 2x, yep. Still understands his dream game and dropped turning it to... No. Okay.
this transition that uses attack trigger to transition from any stage to the melee attack chop animation. The attack animation triggers a perform hit event, and I have this hit target script attached to my enemy that has this perform hit method that performs the hit on the target. For now, we are going to get the static reference to our player, but next we are going to use this range detector to select the target and to call on it get hit. Back in our graph, we need to assign the animator to our set animation trigger.
I mean, it would make sense, even though I don't really have anything yet. But it will be for later on, animation trigger. So for later on, I will be using it, and then it will make sense.
What we can do is delete this line, and instead let's try connecting it with this onStart, which is the set animation trigger. So the enemy, to call on it to get hit, add the targets from any stage to actions, and we have animations, and we can select set animator trigger action. I'm going to type trigger name to be attack with capital A. That's because I already have a melee attack animation, and in the animator I already have this transition that uses...
Okay, I will probably do some similar setups. Now I need to figure out how to create a attack animation. Even though it will not be quite visible on a bean. But that's okay. It's not like I care or anything, you know. I just need a... The only thing visible will be probably like a debug? Like a debug sphere. Unity attack animation. I don't know. What did I type? Animation, yeah. Create melee attack animation, yeah. I don't really need like a long explanation. I just need something that quickly just shows the thing. This is the only reason why I would like to make tutorials. Just make it short to just be like, yeah, this thing, bam, good luck. Combo system in Unity lasts 7 minutes. I don't need a combo system, I just need attack animation. Okay, I guess this one.
Lucas, add guns.
Add guns.
Add guns.
Bro, I don't even know how to make a melee attack.
Hey everyone,
Bro,
Matt
guns
here
are
with
like
Lightrun
super
Studio.
easy.
This folder. Now I'm using the Tiny Swords asset pack. You can find the link in the description. And for this, I'm going to be using Warrior Blue.
This is needed for a 3D game, probably. Unity animation system. Well, I guess that might be possible to work with. Unity 3D combat system using. Okay, let's check this one actually. Don't need that one.
Hello, my name is Jojik, and this
Your
video
poor
will show you how
fan.
to make
Watching this
actions.
is watching you watch tutorials.
Yeah, they're watching me watching tutorials or reading documentation. Ah. I don't know, should I like... The Unity documentation is quite good, like on the Unity animations. Usually, like, I think you could probably just get it done with this thing. An animation system provides tools to process animate properties of models and assets. Asserts, for example, use animation system to animate, transform properties to move, and rotate a model. Animate intensity property to dim a light. How to guide, how to troubleshoot now, how tips building animation. No. Okay. I think it will probably be this.
for the new input system. I add a new action called Draw Weapon. It's
Okay, let's see, let's take one step. Oh my
the input
god.
system from my previous video. You can find the source code in the description. Let's set up the player actions for the new input system. I add a new action called Draw Weapon. It's of type button,
Yeah,
but
I
I
don't
change
need
the trigger
a-
behavior to press only.
I
Then
don't need
the
a
binding,
input for
click
this.
on
This is just gonna
path,
be the
listen,
literal,
and press the R key. As interaction, I create a mouse application. I make sure you have selected this format binary, the T-pose, keyframe reduction to none. Download them and import them to Unity.
Yeah, I don't
Then
need
the
no
import
animation.
menu, go to rig, the avatar,
Maybe I could actually do that, some sort of character while I'm at it. Nah.
and choose whiteboard. But you use the same up new layer, new animator use. Now create a new layer.
I wonder, does it like do the same thing as it does in Unreal? Because if it does, there you can have like sockets or something like that. Let's see, animator. Controller, do you need a controller for this? Oh yeah, but that's the player and I'd see a revision whenever I'll see you next time. Unity animation tutorial probably should have. Starts off level beginner. No. How to animate characters in Unity animator. Okay, I guess. I guess I could go for this, you know, but then I would have to get some models or something. I would like to create my own models probably for this, so But the point is not to get that now. The point is to just make a attack work. That was what I wanted to find out with this video.
I'm going to type check if target detector has a target. And now below you should have a list of words and you can convert them to parameters. I want the detector to just a unity, which allows us to define a new action. Now we have a couple of options. We can define our logic in onStart, public method, and a target is justified to return to just a return. Connect my onStart to the check if target detector, dragging the target detector from to the NPC. Next child is false, so it doesn't move to the next node. Child of our graph is returning.
Hey, okay, yeah, this is this one, but the thing I wanted was this.
In part 2 of this enemy AI in behavior graph series, we will add a range and line of sight detectors to our system so that we can learn how to define.
Yeah, but how do... Where do we... Is it in the animation he... Like, where does he...
Assign the animator to our set animation trigger. This will be again
give
the
the range to actually
and
attack?
I have this hit target script attack performs the hit animator to our set animation trigger. This will be
Because right now it's just navigate to target.
The execution flow through our graph is a bit mingled. What we can do is select all the nodes and press Alt-Shift-A to make the graph automatically reposition those nodes so they do not overlap each other. In order until one fails, call this set animation trigger node. Otherwise, if we never reach the player, this will keep on running and it will never allow
Okay, there
in the next video. But for now, just understand that this return type allows the nodes to communicate with our graph. In our graph, navigates to node returns true only if it reaches the distance threshold, and next the sequence will call this set animation trigger node. Otherwise, if we never reach the player, this will keep on running and it will never allow the set animation trigger nodes to be played because it will send running to our sequence node. Now to clarify.
Ah, so that's how it works. Well, then I guess I don't even need a... I could just literally be like, lol, attack. Okay, well then. I will do the animations later on. I thought I needed it, but I don't even do need it. I'm good. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's the control. Well, I will add them later back in if I need them. How do I delete this thing? Bye. Wait, what? Wait, what? So I never called that thing. Oh shit. Hopefully it works, right? Right. Let's see, where do we have the enemy? There it is. Do you still follow me? Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, who's bigger now? Okay. Okay, but then we can go back to this. Playing anime. What? How are you playing? Ah, yeah. Now it makes sense that you're trying to play some weird ass animation when you don't have one. Let's remove that. Remove it. Okay. How do I? Okay, that's how you do it. And then here, threshold. So I'm just gonna put same as he had, 3.5. And if that works, then I will detector skipped. I will attack. I don't know. Is there such a thing as an attack already? Attach object. Yeah, I will attach it to the. No, what I will do is, can I do a debug sphere in here? Debug. Ooh, log message. Attack. I just want to see if this works, because if this works already, let's see. What did it say?
Clarify, the graph flows from top to bottom and from left to right. That is in order until one. This way you can explicitly tell the graph is a bit mingled. What we can do is select all the nodes and press Alt-Shift to our graph. So in our case, we may want to specify that we want to explicitly select sequence, so execute branches in order until one fails or all succeed. So let's select this one.
Oh, okay. Branches in order until one fails or all succeed. Okay. Okay, so now there should be a debug message when it's close enough. Let's open console, let's see. Oh yeah, look at that, it's attacking now. It's attacking super fast, like a few attacks a second. A few hundred attacks a second, but that's okay. That's all we need. Well, basically there's now an attack system, what can I say? It's pretty damn good. Probably should put a wait, or what are they called here? Seconds. I will just put 2. And wait, which one goes first? I hope it understands that I will, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. The range was a bit too... Oh, wait, I would like that to actually be based on... Well, I guess I can take it from the detector script or something like that later on, but for now, we'll just make it a static 1.5. Let's try this instead and see how it goes. Let's try again. Well, now it's too small. Ah. How is... 1.5 is like too far away, and 1.5 is not close enough, and 2.5 is like miles away. Like how did that? Let's do 1.75. I don't know. I'm not good at the numbers. All right, let's see. And now, okay, now it works at a pretty decent distance. I would say that's good enough. For now it's good enough. I'm not gonna try to make it any way cooler. Now I actually need some form of UI elements, so I need to figure out how to make a UI. I will count that as a make enemy that can attack. It can attack. It should probably also like deal some damage, but for now I'm just gonna be like, yep, it can attack. Everything can be improved on later on, like, you know. Just need something that I can make a mounting point, so I will build on top of it after I know that the thing works, the core thing. Then I expand. Okay, so now we need a UI. How do you create a UI in Unity? I'm just gonna close all of these things. I will just reopen them when I need them. Oh. Unity make a... that's not how you can make UI. Well, I don't need like a long ass tutorial. I just need something that says that you create a canvas like this, and then you place these things, and then you go 3 UI system, UI toolkit, you GUI, and I'm GUI. Okay. Damn, it's loading forever. How does that work? All I need is a simple UI that shows some sort of health thingy. I guess this is the closest one I got from that.
I switched from due dates to due dates, and it made me go from weeks behind to weeks ahead of my deadlines. You see,
I spend a lot of time thinking about and working with UI in my...
Well, while that is
loading,
loading,
rather than anything super stylized, mostly because I think there's a lot of tried and tested design rules that have proven to look good in this
to get better grid layout
style, so it's a lot easier to make things look good without a dedicated UI artist. I find that it's very easy to go for a stylized look and end up alienating...
There, perfect. Progress bar, that's what I need. Okay, this is like going way in deep explanation. I don't really need. I just make Unity make health bar. or health bar UI.
Whether it's a loading screen, a health bar, stats, or a countdown timer, progress bars are an absolutely crucial part of game design. A progress bar is an incredibly quick way to show.
What's up, developers? I'm that one Unity dev, and today I'll be walking you through how to create health bars in Unity. For the last video, I created a poll asking viewers what UI example they wanted to see. Although the bar is a common UI element found in many games, and although they come in many shapes and sizes, resolution to 1920 by 1080. Maximum value. So, without further ado, let's hop over to Unity and start actually making a health bar. In an empty project, the first thing you're going to need is a canvas. I set mine to screen space camera, drag in the camera, and set the reference resolution.
Okay, so there's literally just a thing called canvas. What? Oh my god, there's a whole UI section. Bruh. Okay.
To 1920 by 1080.
I didn't even know that, bro. What the hell?
The canvas. I set mine to screen space camera, drag in the camera, and set the reference resolution . To 1920 by 1080. As a side note, make sure your game window is also set to the proper resolution . As it might not look right. There are a few different ways to implement a health bar.
Yo, what's up? Who joined?
It is Ribbit.
Oh, it's Ribbit.
But the most common method is to use the UI slider component. The quickest way to get a working slider in our game is to right-click UI Slider. Immediately, you will notice you now have a slider object with a bunch of children objects below it. Although Unity's default slider might look like the perfect health bar, the default options are not quite set up to be a health bar just yet.
Wait, what? How?
Yeah. The perfect health bar below it. A working slider common. Drag in the camera and set the reference resolution to 1920 by 1080. As a side note, make sure your game window is also set to the proper resolution, as it might not look right. There are a few different ways to implement a health bar, but the most common method is to use the UI slider component. The quickest way to get a working slider in our game is to right-click UI Slider. Immediately, you will notice you now have a slider object with a bunch of children objects below it. Although Unity's default slider might look like the perfect health bar, the default options are not quite set up to be a health bar just yet. We first need to uncheck the interactable checkbox in the slider component and turn off the handle sprite. This makes it so we can no longer interact.
Well, that's a
with the health
funny
bar
way of,
at runtime.
Well, I guess.
Next, we can change some values on the health bar to better suit our purposes. We will be editing these later, but for debugging, it would be a better idea to change to something that fits your project. For the minimum, I use 0, and for the maximum, I use 100. Now, when we change the value, you can see the health bar fills and empties accordingly, but...
How do you even... wait, let's see, slider, can I... Other scale, very nice. Whoa. Oh. Wow. Maybe that's good.
If your slider is like mine and is off just a little bit, you can change this value to 5 on your fill area. That's pretty much it for the slider component. You can position it wherever you want it to appear on screen, and customize the appearance of the slider by changing its color, size, and background image. When I was happy with my health bar, I went ahead and created a new health bar script on my canvas. Hopping over to Visual Studios, you can see that I created a very simple script. As a general note, typically the code in this script is put into the player's stats or something similar. Anyways, as you can see, I just created a public slider variable, assigned some values for the minimum and maximum health, and in the update function, ensure that the values of the slider is equal to the current health. Back in Unity, I go ahead and drag the slider into the script, and when I hit play, you will see that the slider is now associated with the variables I made in the script. And that's...
Okay. I wonder though, should one, like... What would be cooler, to have it actually like a UI element or have it within the game? I think having it within the game would be pretty cool. Like, now it will just follow around.
I agree.
I don't know what I'm doing. Doritos. Yeah, this guy gets it. What am I doing? Fill color. Fill thing. Fill. Ah. Background there, boom. Yeah, like that. Simple as that, boom. Simple health bar. Wait. It renders behind? Oh, right. How can I make this one just ignore? I can't. There has to be a way to get this one to render like on top of the world rather than like, why is it even being rendered after? It's not like I have it in game. It still belongs to UI. I would assume that UI would have like be rendered in last by default, but I don't know. Let's see. Unity UI element rendered behind world, or I don't know, scene. Place UI elements in your world. Oh well, actually that's what I kind of wanted. Also, top of everything there. Let's check this one out at the same time. You know, why not?
In this video, we're going to learn about using a world space canvas. This is a very interesting feature that allows you to play around with UI elements that are placed physically in your world. We'll do that in several videos.
Damn, the resolution is so good. So wait, in this case he's just not creating a UI element, he's actually like, wow, if it would load like super fast, it would be super cool. So it creates a border? Oh, what is health bar? Oh my days, I just clicked one step back and I have to wait an hour for it to load. That's crazy.
Bar on top of each unit. Now, the first approach is you can make a health bar using sprite renders. In fact, I already covered how to do that in several videos.
Well, I guess I could just look at that video also, but I think this would be pretty cool.
So for example, here is a health bar. So we have a container game object, then inside a border, which is just a black sprite. Then inside we have then moves from left to right. And then inside I have the actual normal bar. So into the canvas, there you go, tinted in red, this real health bar. So in here it says the outline script. So making a health bar in the UI using an image is much simpler than making the world using sprite renders. And then obviously this has even more options. So we can fill it, for example, let's fill it radially. And just like that, now we got this real nice effect that would be really difficult to do when using normal sprite renders. Then we also have, for example, the shadow effect. This we can easily sprite beneath a world, and we, however, won't buy it. So if we, now the reason you don't see anything is because the canvas in camera into 00111. So if you only camera. Now obviously you size all these.
Well, I guess this would be actually more
For
ideal.
example,
I think it would look way cooler than putting...
Script setting all easier than working.
I think even for your own, like as a player, I think it's better to have it above yourself than having it in the bottom left. I'm trying to nail this on the webcam, but like I'm messing things up. But having it, you know, like in the bottom left, I think it would be way cooler to just have it as a. Let me think. I think it would be. Yeah. So what do I actually need to get? Oh, time is a lot. Jesus Christ. I think. Okay, it's getting. Shit. Okay. What I can do is. I will do this tomorrow. That's how I will do it. I will watch it when I go to bed and I will plan on how to implement it better. And then I will let it. I will also think about how I really want it visually, because. Yeah, I'm a bit unsure on that. But yeah, at least we got some sort of. They can't really roam or anything yet, but they can attack the player. That's kind of the main. Well, actually, they can eat food, but they don't target food, and they don't roam. Really, they're just idle. But that's just a small thing that can be easily implemented. I think it's more important to just get them to be able to attack, and also the player to be able to attack. So I will probably do this next. Yeah. But then once we get health implemented, so we'll add health for. Okay, we'll do health, player. Fantastic. Player, enemies. And then once we have health for player and enemies, I don't know, I think I would like some knockout or energy bar, but I'm not sure. I think for now we don't need it, but once we have health, we'll make it possible for enemies, or actually deal damage, player and enemies. And I think that would be pretty much, then I pretty much would have the game. It's pretty much just fine tuning everything scale, like making sure it's balanced and it looks, and then adding like assets and making it look good, sound effects and so on. Maybe map design, but I think that would be like, it would have, well, I still don't have the evolution thingy really, but you would grow, and then yeah, then everything would scale based on your size. But Right now that is food. I don't know, I should probably make it something, I don't know. It works. That's the point. Would have helped. You can attack. The attack will probably have, because that would be like one of the key aspects of the game. Oh yeah, I need to make the attraction to work both on enemies also, and as on food. Yeah. But this is the thing I will sleep on. At least we got a simple enemy in there in the game. That's pretty funny. I don't think I will go with this one, because it's, I don't know, I think it's a bit weird. Have an enemy that can attack. You can grow in a reasonable size. The enemy can also grow. I think you get a bigger radius for food, yeah, when you grow also. So yeah, everything scales weird. So it's already a pretty good setup, you know. Some cool animations in there, and it will be pretty cool. Alright, I think I'm gonna head off, leave the bed, and watch this thing and plan on how to implement it tomorrow. Pretty cool that they actually have behavior trees in Unity. I did not know about that. There's many things I don't know about Unity.
They have like everything in Unity, you know.
Since when did they have behavior trees?
I don't know, since like probably 2016 or 2012 or something.
Behavior. The behavior, let's see.
I mean, the responses are from quite recently, so maybe it's new, I don't know.
The post is also like 6 months ago. But I don't know. It's okay. Alright, but that's gonna be it. I don't know. I think it's an okay progress. Well, I also didn't. I was like, just how long have I been live for? 3:46, so almost 4 hours. But yeah, learned a lot. I think it's just a bit unclear how I want to do this thing, but I will figure it out for the next stream after school. That's gonna be okay. Oh, look, comments. Check the art channel. I will check the. He looks like he wants to hug. Wouldn't trust that. Yes. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna turn off the stream now. Thank you for tuning in. I hope it was entertaining watching me being confused. I'm gonna try to maybe talk more, I don't know. Try to keep the streams more entertaining. I'm just getting really tired right now. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow. I will do a live stream again.